Okay, right, back deck today, doing a bit on this Sankey build. Need to get a bit done on it, you know. It's been a couple of days since we've touched it really. So we're gonna have a go at this rear door seal today. Now, as you can see, I've got an old road sign here. So what I'm looking to do, I don't know whether I'll be able to show you this properly. Let me try and put the camera down. This is the stuff that we've got, the collapsible seal. Okay, so what I'm planning on doing is possibly just move down to that side so you can see. Is I'm thinking of welding this angle iron to the side of the tub there. Ready to see that? To the side of the tub there. So then you can see as the door shuts, that will be sat in the gap. And then as the door shuts, let me just shut the door, need 6 hands. Then build this back in. So then as the door shuts, I wonder whether you can see that again there. It should fill the gap and create a nice watertight seal. Well, that's the plan anyway, people. That's the plan. So, issue I've got. There's always an issue, isn't there here? There's always an issue. Now then, you know, I modified this door here so it opens this way with some old rear door hinges. But, mistake number one, people. Mistake number one. See there, what I've done is I've flushed up the door. Thought, oh, that'd be a good idea, you know, we'll keep it flush. But, if you look at this side, they're not actually flush on the outside, flush on the inside. So, subsequently, it's no longer flush on the inside. See? So that now is going to give me an issue with what I want to do with the seal. Do you see where I'm coming from? I hope so. Because, see, it won't work. It won't work. Because by the time that's welded on there, it's behind the door. Do you see where I'm coming from? So, plan B. Plan B. What I'm going to do is I'm going to make a couple of packers to get behind it, these hinges here, to then push the door back out and flush on the inside there, if you see what I mean. So we'll have the overhang on the outside, the same as that side, and we'll be flush on the inside. Yeah? Because if you look there, it's not flush really. It's the plates that I've got flush. Fool, Graham, fool. So I'm going to crack on with that, get a couple of plates made. I'll get them plates put on and pack the door out and that. You don't really want to see that, I'm sure. And then I'll bring you back and show you what I'm doing around the aperture there and see if it works. Let's hope. See you shortly. Right then, spaced them hinges or packed them, whatever you want to call it really. So what I'm looking at here now, you can see there's an inch angle line frame around there, and then what will happen is this is the seal that will pop on there. So as the door closes, shuts the seal against it. But at least that's the plan, people. That's the plan. So just need to get this piston out. I want to get it sort of lined up and tacked in. What I'll probably do is put the tacks down the back there. I'll get it tacked in and then get it fettled, fine fettled, so that we know it works, just in case I need to take it out again. Put some seal on it. Let's see. It's getting somewhere, I think, isn't it? That's cut it in half here. I've had to take this leg out of here for now as well, because I brought it, like a fool, brought it right down to the back of the trailer. But what I'll do is I'll just put a little return on here, or put one under here, or I'll do something. Probably put one just at the back there, something like that. You know, I'll make a little tube to go in there somewhere, something like that, just to give it a bit of support. You know what they say about best laid plans and all that. So, awful weather today, look at that. Sun's been cracking the flags for the last couple of days. I should tell you really about the eventful day we had yesterday. Connor and I went down to Frickley yesterday to have a look. You know about the Frickley mega meet? Well, I'm afraid the green turd didn't have a good day. Didn't have a good day at all. I don't really know whether I should go into it here. We'll probably do something, some sort of announcement. But anyway, the long and the short of it is the green turd needs a new engine. We had major issues yesterday. And we've ended up leaving it over in, I can't remember the name of the place. With one of our friends from Darkside anyway. Just so happened we're not very far away from Darkside Developments over there at Frickley. So they've managed to help us out and let us leave a car over there with them for a couple of days while we sort something out, go and get a trailer, pick it up, bring it back. And I think the easiest way is probably just going to be to swap the engine. But anyway, I digress. That's not what we're here for today, is it? So there's the frame from the inside. What I'm going to look at doing is probably putting the welds down here on the inside, all the way around. And obviously I'll cut these flush afterwards. But yeah, I think I'm just going to have a fag and a brew. And I'll stick that a little bit on time lapse for you, maybe. Get a bit of time lapse on it. And I'll tack all that in and we'll play about with it. We'll get somewhere near. Anyway, stick with us. Right, so I've got that all tacked in place now. Let's turn this welder. So as you can see, I've had to cut it into two pieces there in the middle, but I'll weld that up. So tap that in there so you can see there's a bit of a frame. It needs cutting down there and there. And what I'll do is I'll weld that round the back there. So now, as you can see, this seal. So this is the seal. Again, I keep showing you this bloody seal, don't I? It'll fit nicely on there. And you can see, as we shut the door, it nicely crushes the seal there. Should give us a nice waterproof or watertight seal, I'm hoping. Looks pretty good from here. And it tends to work all the way around, so I'll put a piece there, shut the door. As you can see, shuts quite nicely on it there. And again on this side, which was the tightest side, I'm not really sure how this is going to work. But as you can see, pretty much, I don't know whether you can see down there. Get out the light. Can you see that? Yeah, I've actually sort of pinched it in. So I think that'll do. I think that's going to work. So that's only tacked in at the minute. What I'll do is I'll finish welding all that in. I'll probably just put inch tacks every couple of inches and then seal it with some sealant, rather than welding the whole thing in. I think don't really see the point in welding the whole thing in. All right, so I'll crack on with that now. Crack on. Hopefully we might get this ready for paint today. Well, for the primer coat anyway. I don't know. May have to do that in the week. A bit lazy today. Can't really be bothered today, to be honest. Do you know you have too much of a good thing? I was so keen for this the other day. Really was. I thought, I'll get down and get cracked on, get it finished. Oh, but then I've got up this morning. A bit lethargic really this morning, can't be arsed. Keep losing stuff. Every time I put something down, I can't find it. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how it goes, eh? I don't know if I showed you the wheel arches. I think I did. Put the other one on. Quite pleased with them, to be honest. Quite like the way they've come out. Put a spreader plate on here. What I've done there is just put a spreader plate on there, which I'm going to bolt through. I'm going to put, I don't know yet, but possibly the gas bottle on there. I'm not sure, because I need to relocate this thing, this jockey wheel. Because now, as I open the back door of the door, if I leave it there and when it's up, the back door hits it. So it needs to go over here, I think. Or yeah, somewhere. It wants to go on the inside there in the middle. You know, so that might be in the way then of the gas bottle. So I don't know, it might have to go here or here. Not sure which. But as you know, things never go to plan here. Look at all that with the bloody doors. But, you know, we'll get there. We'll get there. So stick with us. I will put it on time lapse this time. I meant to before and forgot. But I'll put it on, and we'll put some inch tacks in there, some sealant on it. I'll put some trim, some seal round, and we'll see how it works with the seal all the way around it. See how that looks, innit? All right, I'll catch you in a bit. So I don't know how much of that we got because the camera fell over. Not too good for these cameras, am I? So there's the frame all stitched on the back. All we need to do now is clean it all up. I don't know whether to knock these rivets out. They should be alright because the seal's going to sit over that anyway. Well, there's a couple of holes there, maybe I should weld them up. I need to make this tube for in here now. So I'll do that now. I don't think that one's actually going to work. It's too small, look. Let's cut another one. So I'll go and cut another tube for that. Get that bit of support. And we'll crack on. See what, these batteries don't last long, do they? Jesus. So anyway, like I was saying when the battery ran out, I can't get any sealant around the edge of that frame. Nobody's got anything locally. And it's bank holiday Monday, so I think what I'm going to do is call it a day for today. I need to get some sealant, seal that round, and then it's ready for painting really. Put another leg back in there, welded that in, tack welded it in. You can see the seal sits nicely there. So no more for today. Gonna give it a miss. I'm gonna go home and have bank holiday afternoon at home in front of the telly. See if there's something worth watching. Catch up with you soon. Yeah. Right. I'm back. A bit cold tonight. Notice the lid. So I've got some CT1, which is now hanging in the gun, the said gun. So what we're going to do is going to seal all around here. I've already done the outside there because I forgot to bring it out with the camera. Right, so you can see, I'm going to seal all around here. I'll do the same on the inside. Anything else I can see like a little hole there I've just seen. Bits and pieces like that, anything I can see where I might need a bit more, bit where it's burnt off a bit here maybe. See a bit there where it's burnt off. Bits round, sort of like there. You see? So bits like that. Another bit there I've seen, look. See there? So I'm going to go round with all that, get it all sealed up. Then I'll give it all a quick rub down with, well, the bars anyway. I've done all this with a DA, with 80 grit, which I think is going to be, that's going to be good enough, I think. I think that'll be good enough. So I'm going to go over the bars, all the bars here with, just with a brown, you know, the brown, like, what's it called? Is it Scotch cloth? Is it or something? This stuff. So I'm just going to go over it with some of that. Because it's brand new. So I think as long as I give it a bit of a rub like that, I think that'll be okay. So I'm going to go around and do all that. And then I'm not going to epoxy prime it because I'm a cheapskate, am I? I'm a cheapskate. So I'm just going to etch prime it. Look, I spent and bought a load of etch prime in cans. Bodge it, eh? I'm sure it'll be alright. I'm sure it'll be alright. I mean, this is already and lots of paint on it. It's only this that's fresh. So yeah, I'm just going to do the light and etch primer and then wrap it over. I think it'd be fine. I don't know. It's only for me, isn't it? It's not like I'm building it for a customer or something. So I'm going to crack on with this. I'll put you on. Well, how much battery have we got? Got quite a bit of battery by the looks of it today. So I'll put you on time warp so you can just see me, whatever I'm doing, pissing about here. And we'll catch up with you in a bit. Right, so that's all the sealant put in. And I think you'll agree, that's not going to leak, is it? You won't see it if you paint it over. I wanted to be sure, you know. So I've done the other little bits, let's say these bits here. A little bit there, a little bit there. Bits and pieces where I could see. Just covered the wheels up, because I don't want to ruin the tyres, I want to keep those tyres, you know. So we'll keep all of them. Yeah, I'm only going to paint. I'm not going to do all this at the moment. So all the underside, you know, they'll be saying, oh, that's muddy. You haven't cleaned that, Graham. No, I haven't, because I'm going to paint that differently. I'm going to paint that probably with some Schultz, or I don't know, with some stone chip or something like that maybe. But I'll do all that afterwards when we get it outside. Do you know what I mean? Right, so I'm going to go and have a cup of tea first while that sealant just goes off a little bit. I have panel wiped all that. Which I think you should have seen in the time warp, time lapse, whatever it's bloody called. I don't know. Yeah, so gonna give that maybe, I don't know, 10 or 15 minutes, get a bit of it to skin up a bit. Skin up. For a form of skin on the top of the sealant, that means, for those of you who are wondering. Yeah, so I'll let that build a skin on the top of the sealant before I paint it. I'm going to go and have a cup of tea. So I'll catch you in about 10 or 15 minutes, eh? See you soon. I don't know how much you got, because battery ran out on me again. Bloody hopeless with these batteries. I don't have any more. GoPro, do you not have a battery that lasts a bit longer than like half an hour or something? It's crazy, really. Anyway, I don't know how much that you got, so we'll have a look on the edit. But that's how she's looking now. So all primed and ready to go, really. So hopefully tomorrow, I ran out of primer a bit there, you can see against there, but that's all been primed with the zinc primer anyway. All the base was all done with the zinc primer, if you remember, in the first episode. So I think it'll be fine, and all the bottom's getting covered up anyway. Do you know, it'll be, I don't know what yet, but something will be going on the floor in there. So yeah, that's pretty much all done for that. Now I don't know yet whether we'll end the episode here or tomorrow night. I don't know. So who knows, eh? Who knows? Only Connor knows that. Only Connor. Right, I'll catch up with you either tomorrow or on the next episode. I don't know which it will be. But stay with us, eh? It won't be long, and we'll be putting stuff back into it now. Hopefully next week or at the end of this week, we can start putting our stuff back in. Get the tank back in, get the shelves in, get the partitions in, get the pump in. I need to buy a diesel heater. I need to get a little diesel heater for it. But we'll start all that next week. Or maybe, like I say, maybe this week. Got a little errand we need to run on Friday night. I don't know whether I should tell you really, but I'm going to. Connor blew his car up at Frickley on Sunday. So it's over in Barnsley at a minute with the lads Darkside, one of the lads from Darkside. Thankfully, they were very kind and said we could drop it off there on Sunday. So we're going to pick that up Friday night. So we're back in the workshop. I'll be back here tomorrow night, hopefully Raptor this. And we'll get you a bit of footage of that. I don't know whether you want to see it being Raptored, but you're going to. So we'll do that tomorrow. And then I'll probably give it a couple of days really for the Raptor to just go completely cured, because it's not very warm at the moment, is it, you know? And I don't want to put the big diesel heater over there because it costs a bloody fortune, man. Costs a bloody fortune. So yeah, that's all for tonight. And like we said, we'll see what Connor does with the edit, whether or not we get primed or whether it becomes Raptored. Either way, stick with us. See me tomorrow or the next episode. Take care, peeps. Right then, she's Raptored. I didn't film it because you've seen me Raptor before. I'm sure we did a bit on Raptor when we did Dora Christmas, I think. I'm sure we did, anyway. So, yes, as you can see, she's done. Now, I'm sure many of you will say, you've missed a bit there, Graham, you missed a bit, yeah? I have, yeah. But generally, everywhere that you'll see, I mean, all of the outside of the tubs had good coat, and everywhere generally that you'll see, once you're going to be going in through the gull wing doors and stuff here, has had a decent coat, as you can see. I don't see much point in spending money on Raptor in the floor there that no one's ever going to see. The same with the sides over there and here. So I've tried to go everywhere that I feel is really going to be seen once it's finished. And I think it'll be right, because like all the outsides of these bars obviously will have aluminium riveted to them, so you know the sheet's going to go over the top, isn't it? Of course it is, Graham, shut up. So that's just been done now. That's taken, I don't know, it only takes an hour or so. As you probably know, it's a nice easy job doing the Raptor. So what I'm going to do, I think, is wrap this video up here. And what we'll do is this weekend, I think we've got to go and recover the green turd tomorrow night. So I'm not doing anything here tomorrow. We're over to Barnsley to recover that tomorrow night. I think on Saturday morning, all being well, as long as parts have arrived, we're going to be doing the ball joints on Bluesea to try and get Bluesea back up and running on the tracks. So we'll probably do a bit more on the Sankey here on Saturday afternoon or something like that. We'll start putting everything back in now. So we've got the water tank and pump, and we'll start putting fridges and partitioning and all that sort of stuff, you know. I've got a fill valve that needs to go in on the tank. I've got UV lights that need to go in the tank. There's all sorts of bits and pieces that need to go in. Obviously now the seal. Now we've sorted out the seal around the real tailgate, so that's got to be fitted. There's a myriad of things that need to be done. Myriad of things. So we'll crack on with them, I reckon, at the weekend. And I feel this is a good point, really, to stop the video and say, don't forget, like, share, subscribe. If you're liking the content, make sure you share it far and wide. The more people see it, the better, you know. But please don't forget, subscribe. That's the most important thing just now. Get them subscriptions up. Let's get the views up. The more views, more subscriptions we get, the more stuff like this we can bring to you. So, like I said, make sure you're with us again. Same time, same place next week, Sunday, 5 p.m. for your all-time favourite 4-Wheel Drive UK. Standard. Let's turn the radio off. That's standard, isn't it? That's ordinary. Connor.